Hello everyone, this is Caleb Simpson, and you are watching my Let's Play of Mindustry, or Mindustry, however you want to pronounce that. Continuing on with the campaign, this time on level 8, which is going to be Salt Fields, or Salt Flats, excuse me. So there are several different attack missions at this point. So we have this guy, then these other three, and we don't have access to this one yet because we... Oh no! No! No, 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 no! So this was grayed out before, so I couldn't see it. Apparently I needed wave 40 completed on the craters. It says best wave 20. So I'm gonna have to play this again to unlock Overgrowth. But anyways, yeah, so there's 4 attack missions. I'm gonna try and do them in order of difficulty, so it's Salt Flats, then Fungal Pass, and then I think it's actually Desolate Rift is a little easier in my opinion. But anyways, I think Overgrowth is actually probably the hardest one. Anyway, so these two are kind of the last two to do in that order. So I'm gonna actually do all of the attack missions in one shot, and then I'm gonna move on to the final defense mission, which is going to be Nuclear Complex, I believe is what this is called. Anyways, yeah, Nuclear Production Complex. This is going to be the next mission that is going to be a long, get up through high technology. It's pretty exciting. But the rest of these are actually, we're almost trying to beat them as quickly as possible because the waves of enemies ramp up very quickly. And it's kind of interesting, because you're attacking, you're trying to take out some of their infrastructure, because you can get rid of some of their buildings, you lessen the production of the mechs that they're making. So, if we can do that, then that would be great. So we're going to go ahead and complete this mission first. This one does not have any thorium on it, so we are just doing titanium and scrap to try and get resources. It is a desert mission, so there is not any water. There's no lakes anywhere, no rivers, so instead we're going to have to use water extractors with power. So our goal here is to get a bunch of graphite and silicone so we can make a bunch of power so that we can power our water extractors so we can make steam, etc. And then we'll be able to make other resources from that. So now we'll probably end up using blast compound to blow up stuff, and we'll see how that goes. So, another interesting thing to know about these attack missions is that you can attack either by... You can make really good defenses to protect against the mechs they're sending to you, but to kill them you either need to use mechs yourself, or you can make defenses like outrange their towers, or attack strategic points, or you can change your mech out and actually use an assault mech and attack them that way, and that would work as well. So there's a couple different options we have available to us, and I'm going to try and do a blend of all those different options. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, usually the faster you can take out some of their resources, then the easier your time is going to be. So if you don't take out their resources, then they'll overwhelm you. So it is kind of a thing of a good offense is a good defense is kind of the mode of winning for these maps. Alright, so here we go. We're going to do the first attack mission, which is level 8, Salt Flats. Here we go. Alright, here we go. I'll just start mining this. What do we got here? So we have a little bit of silicone to start with. That does let us make steam right away, although I think water extractors are going to take a little graphite. Yeah, so I'm thinking what's going to make the most sense is we can get some coal right away, start making graphite immediately. We'll see if I even have a copper for all this. Oh yeah. Sweet, 59 copper left. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and throw all this into graphite, right away. And we'll see what happens. But I might even have to have multiple conveyors of coal here. I don't even know if it'll all fit. Oh, do I have some drones? I already do. Wow, I have drones already. Crazy. Let's have them get lead, though. Okay, boom. And now, I don't even know. I kind of wanted this out of the way. I'm out of something. Probably copper. So in the meantime, what's happening too is there is silicone being produced over here, and it's making mechs that are going and attacking. Which they're not really super important, and I can deactivate them too. What I'd rather do is, actually, maybe that's even a good point, is I don't even want that right now. I could spend all that money instead on, or all that power, excuse me. I think they're constantly using power all the time. Where is my, oh, it's just from the solar panels? Okay. Sort of sad about this is that it will be, I guess I'm disconnecting my silicone now. I actually think what I might do is do this. Boom. So now what's happening is I just am still providing power for this. Boom. Let's go ahead and dismantle this. There we go. Now these are not connected to power anymore, so they're not going to keep producing. Okay, so I still connected the silicone. I'm connecting silicone to my base, and I'm not sending it to build guys anymore, and I disconnected the power from it. When you have a node touching these guys, it automatically transfers power to it. So because there was a node here, it was powering these two. So I disconnected them, I recycled that, and but I did connect the power to the silicone, and I redirected it to the base. So now I should be getting silicone myself. I don't really care about attacking their defense. They have a bunch of stuff over there already. This is worthless, so it can all go away. Part of what I was saying is that, so I have all these solar panels, right? My total power is 123, so I can... actually can't really afford much, but I want to go ahead and start making power as soon as possible. I have just a few... In fact, you know, speaking of which, like, look at this. It's like there's a little bit more solar panels here. Not that they provide very much, but if I go over here and connect them to the grid, then what happens is increases my total power. 152. Is there more like that somewhere, by the way? Doesn't look like it. I think defenses are going to end up being like right here somewhere. I'm actually not sure where they come from. I think they follow a set path. They're trying to go to my base, so they kind of just like, they go somewhere around here. I'm not actually sure where it is exactly. I guess what I'll do is, I still have a little bit of time. I'm going to start mining a bunch of copper. And then what I'll do, actually, you know what, actually, that's what I really should do. Let's go ahead and throw down some of these, just to get them out of the way. So while those are building, then I'll get some copper, and I'll go start working on some defenses. Oh. Okay, so sure enough, that guy's come through here. What I'd like to do is just redirect all the ground to come through one particular area. Like, as long as I funnel them through here, then I can have defenses on either side. And the reason I say that is because then I can have a wall, like, all the way over here, or something, to protect against air. In fact, that might even be not close enough. Is that bad? I think that's good enough. So it overlaps. The nice thing about this is it overlaps with the opposing sides. So these are going to get healed really good. These far ones are not, though. I think 2 more. Okay. Okay, here he comes. Okay, great. See, this positioning was perfect of this defense. Okay, so what's going to happen is I have way more than enough coal, by the way, which is great. I can turn some of that into power. I have graphite. I think I have everything I need to start working on steam. I think these got built, so that's great. Let's go ahead and make some more of them. Looks like they're already sending waves. Oh man, the waves come pretty fast. Okay, so a fun little trick with this is you can actually like destroy their ammo lines, and you can even do it at the very beginning of the map too. So if you do it real fast, you can actually stop them from having any ammo at all for all their stuff, which is kind of gross. I don't know if I have enough copper for this. Probably not. Yeah. Let's go ahead and tee off of this somewhere. Well, maybe let's not do that one. Let's tee it off down here. I just didn't want to... I don't want it to blow up, so I guess I'll do it like way out here. I know it's kind of like a long path to get all the way around. The reason I'm doing that is so that they don't blow it up right here. Like I could make it go down and then just go right here, but I'm trying to make it so that there's no way my ammo lines will break. So next, what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to use some of this lead and make some anti-air. And I don't actually know where it's going to come from. I'm pretty sure they kind of just come from all over the place. So my general plan for doing that is to just go ahead and blow up like everything. I did learn in the last mission, I think it was the last mission I played. Oh no, I think I was streaming it. I was streaming a mission and somebody was suggesting that I use metaglass for the scatters, that it did more damage. It did a lot of damage. It was really good. I was surprised compared to just scrap or lead by itself. And honestly, metaglass is just like lead and sand anyways, and it costs power. I don't really have power to spare right now though, so I don't really want to do that. If I like rushed for steam, it'd be okay, but I just feel like I have to get some defenses in place. See how good this defense is? Looks like it's fine. I do not have enough copper and stuff. I don't even know what I'm missing. Copper. Okay. How are these guys doing? They're all full, so make more. Oh, I need more power over here. Alright, so speaking of power, I also wanted to bring power over to the menders. I'm not sure that they actually, like, they actually consume power when they're not healing, but if I have some menders over here, they'll at least just chill, and they won't, my defense won't die. So that's good. Man, unfortunately they can't quite reach all the way across. Good enough. These actually don't say they don't have power. Just negative power? It's just unhappy? Is that what that means? Whatever, it's fine. They're still building, so that's all that matters. Alright, my copper and lead is looking a lot better. It's still not great, but it's better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use this lead for now. I'll replace it with like metaglass or something later. We'll see. They're attacking my scatters. Seems like I am building a little faster, not like super fast. I just need more of these. What's my power doing? Not great. Still just ground. It's kind of scary though. Wave 8? Like, they're already on wave 8? When in doubt, more Drog Miner drones. Now over here, there's a bunch of, there's some scatters here. I want to break its supply chain. There we go. That is actually like... Oh, never mind, it's from the other direction. That's actually kind of rough. I wonder if I can kill it this way. I don't think it costs anything. Yeah, I don't think it costs anything to rebuild me. I don't think. Although, like at that point though, how much does it cost to get something like one of these? Thorium. See, all these cost thorium. The reason I'm thinking about it is because then I can... Oh, what happened here? The reason I'm thinking about it is because then I can continue my wall over here. It's just awkward. There's just all this anti-air here. Well, it's just anti-air, though. It's not going to kill my buildings. Maybe it doesn't matter too much. He'll attack me if I get too close, but he's not going to attack my buildings. I can build from far away. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's kind of weird. Scatters attack air. I don't think they attack buildings at all. I can just build this in this whole area. Okay. And eventually I'll probably put some walls in front of this. But for now, this is just to defend for now. Unfortunately, they're blowing this up, which I wish that wasn't the case. Although, you know, another comment about that is I don't really have a lot of copper, though, either. Or copper going into it. Like, these still don't have... Yeah, in fact, all these guys are out of ammo. I guess that's true. They're attacking really soon. Like, really short waves, so there's not enough ammo here to support it. So I guess that's the point. Or wait, what am I doing? Towers. Throw a single arc in here. There's enough energy for that, anyways. Oh, they blew that up. That's exactly what I was worried about. Alright. So that should supply it a little bit better. See how that goes. Okay, so this should be getting, like, significantly more ammo now. In fact, might even just do this real quick just to be super safe. I hate to spend all this money on copper, because it's just, or spend all this time worrying about copper, because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to be using power here shortly and switch all to arcs and lancers, but I like power defenses. They're just nice. Or, well, just in general. I like having power. Power solves, like, all kinds of problems. Need water? Just throw power at it. You need whatever. You can just overdrive everything, or whatever you want to do. It's just great. Okay, so I should have, like, these guys finally have ammo. So the deal is, too, is it was filling the far ones, or, yeah, the ones over here, because they were nearest to where it was loading up. So now these ones towards the middle are finally getting ammo. They haven't had ammo the entire time. I've only had, like, 2 or 3 turrets on each side fighting this whole time. So now they finally have ammo. Might even make another wall here in the front. I just have to wait till these guys are dead before I do it. Okay, so if I go like this, boom, boom. These middle ones especially are in range. These far ones are not. Wow, this is not... There we go. Now it's finally healing. Let's see here. Where's more copper? Or copper, coal. Here we go. Let's go ahead and blow all this up. Get out of the way. Should probably get titanium. Yeah, actually, maybe I should do that. Get some titanium going to the base, just so I have some. I'll get power here in a second, but if I don't have any titanium, then I'm a sad panda. Because titanium will let me make better conveyors. Let's just go across the copper, because it doesn't matter. It sounds like that's probably air, would be my guess. These towers make a different kind of sound when they attack. Right now they're only sending like 2 air units, and it's whatever. Ideally, kind of what you want. The problem is they'll fly right over your walls, and you want to have enough anti-air that they just blow up instantly, so that you don't have to worry about it. Like, see, like this, for example. I think I can just build over here. I think it'll just work. Like, I can build over here, I just can't fly over it. He doesn't attack my buildings, so the fact that this is an enemy scatter doesn't matter. Because this is all ground. Scatters are just anti-air. So it's funny that I can do this. I'm just like gathering resources near all their defenses. It's great. Okay, I'm gonna go through the backside so that I don't have to like worry about colliding with anything. So I might replace it right here. In fact, I could probably do it right now. Nope. There we go. So just right here. So anyways, as these all collide with each other or whatever, that I'll just make sure I'm good on titanium. Alright, so now I finally have titanium. What are we gonna do? We're gonna make power or something. So power, I need combustion to get steam. I think I have enough silicone now at this point. Like, how much silicone do I have? I have 910. I think that's fine. In fact, and how much graphite do I have? Graphite, I have 1K. I think it's fine. In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and just skip like crazy. I know this is weird, but I think I might just do this. Boom. So this is a little thingy, a trick I learned, where this guy costs 1,000 power to get it started, roughly. But once it's started, it just works. It just doesn't cost anything. So the problem with it is it costs silicone. It costs like 500 graphite and 300 silicone. So then you're just done. It costs 1,000 power to get it started, and then once it's started, it works. So it's really cheap early game. Cheap as in overpowered. It's just ridiculous. And let's make some combustion. And this might take a second, but once these get fired up, then all of a sudden my power is going to be really happy. Yeah, see? Okay, so now I have like thousands of power already. And I could do the same thing again, even. It's like, you know, honestly, like, it's more efficient to throw a bunch of coal into steam. Instead, like, here what I'm doing is I'm using water to make spores, to make oil, to make coal, to make steam. Like, that's just a super roundabout way to do it. So I would be more efficient to instead, so now I can break these because I don't need it up. I just needed it to start it up. Once it got started, now it's self-sustaining. So now I could do the same thing over here, where instead of using all this coal, I could provide a little bit of water over here, and I could make it so I generate even more coal. That'd be better in the long run. Where do we want to do this? In fact, I think there's a lot of coal up here. There's hails here. The hails might attack me. You know, in fact, I could probably find out. Hails. Okay, the hails range is this far. Okay, so I can totally go ahead and mine these. Alright, so now, check this out. We can just be like, oops, I took all the coal that they have over here. I guess the one comment about this is they can attack with air. So if air comes over here and attacks, then they could blow all this up, and that's annoying. But otherwise, this is actually, like, great. I don't know if so I'm just trying to get coal over here, just in general, just so I have coal. What I might do is build more of these guys up front. I guess they're going to blow up all that stuff, pretty sure. So this one instead doesn't do all the spores, it doesn't do all the water extraction for all that. Like, this costs 60 a piece. I don't know what these cost, 34 or something like that. Then these cost something, then these cost something. So there's a lot of power going on here. Meanwhile, the only power consumption I have over here is just the water extractors. So this is like way more efficient as far as how much power it costs. It's like significantly cheaper. Okay, so what we do is just connect all this coal here. And what this will do is this will make lots and lots of power. Ideally, what you want, though, to make this work good is you want a full... Oh, did I spin this around the wrong way? I think I did. There we go. There we go. Look at that. And so ideally what you have is you have a full conveyor of coal for this to work properly. Yeah, look at that. That's way better power. In fact, you know what would work really good is if I do something... I don't have meta glass for this. I was going to say make a coal, or make a water extractor up here. They're going to blow that up. I don't know if they'll stay there, though. So it might be okay. Okay, so that'll steadily make some defenses up there. So now my power is crazy now. So at this point, I can totally switch out, like I have thousands of power. So I can probably swap out a lot of this stuff now. You know what I think I'll do is I'll place a single... like Lancer in the front, and then we'll place a Mender right behind. One of the reasons for that is because I want the mender to be able to heal across the way really well. And same thing over here. Yeah, they blow it up as soon as when I'm building it. So arcs are, they do attack at closer range, but lancers attack at further range. So what I did here is I was trying to make lancers that attack right away, and then have arcs that will attack in a big burst once they get closer. For what's cool about spacing them out like this is that they'll attack in different bursts. So like, brrr, and brrr, brrr, so they attack the next wave. So they attack like, because it staggers out their damage a little bit, it makes it so like as guys trickle in, they're steadily splash damaging all of them. So it's good. I think it's a good thing. I'm gonna make a couple more of these, probably. And then we'll continue with the wall of the other kind here soon. Not really too worried about it. It's just to stop. The reason for the wall is to stop some of the damage of the... maybe it doesn't matter. I could do a spirit repair drone, and it would heal everything too. Let's do an overflow gate. And then make this coal go over here to this other power. So at this point too, like as long as I have the graphite and silicone, I can just make more of these stupid things. Like, it doesn't matter. I just throw them down somewhere, out of the way. It basically just takes up space, is kind of what it is. And then just make sure the power is connected. Boom. And it takes, I have to have 1,000 power to get it going. But I think you can even get it started with like 300 power, and then it just works. So again, this just costs space and graphite and silicone. But then it's a free 1,200 power or something like that is what it ends up generating, self-sustaining. So as long as I have the resources, then it's just fine. So it's taking a little bit for it to fire up, and then it's like... So once the excess coal gets up here... Actually, it's not really excess... Oh, it's not good. Here. I didn't realize it was doing that. It's probably been doing that for a long time, since spitting it out to the right. So it looks like it is overflowing pretty good now. So that'll all generate... It'll just turn into power, which is amazing. In fact, that's actually... Well, I think it's fine. Okay. Just got rid of the bottlenecks. Of course, if I increase my graphite production, it won't be as much of an issue. But yeah, it looks like this titanium... In fact, there's actually too much for all this. Looks like it's starting to get yucky up here. Titanium is happy! And once again, I'm getting it from over in their base too. Great. So, a couple things I can do now. So, I have graphite's like okay. I have some pretty terrible silicone. So that's something that could happen. Otherwise though too, so silicone is coal and sand, right? Alright, so that's all this, and I just need to provide power for it. I can finally use big nodes. I can finally afford it. It just costs silicone. This is going to give me silicone, so life is good. There we go. Okay, I honestly, I really don't need this here. Okay, water, which doesn't do anything. Those are expensive. I mean, I could have gotten rid of those a long time ago. And I can even increase this a little bit and just go boom. Ta-da! Oh, there's not enough sand? Really? Oh, never mind. It's just filling up. Okay. We'll see if there's enough coal to support that. Looks like not. I've been completely ignoring the defenses for a while, but I think my defenses are really, really good right now, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to toss it in over here at the top. Because this can accept multiple inputs, so they'll both go into this router, it spits it out down, and then it'll feed these. So I should have lots and lots of silicone now. Alright, these can go away. Don't need all that. In fact, I don't need any of this other copper either. Not that it really matters, I guess, but... I guess it's a good point. If I'm going to make plastanium, I am going to need more titanium, so maybe doing the scrap thing wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Scrap, unfortunately, costs a lot of power, but I have lots of power. Is there more titanium somewhere else? Like, is there titanium up here? Probably a good point. They probably have titanium somewhere. Wow, they actually made it through? Wow. Okay. I apparently need to beef up my defense. Oh, did the power die? It did. Okay, it's not connected. That's what happened. Oh no, maybe they did that when they were passing by. Still not connected. Yeah, somehow I broke this. That's why it wasn't defending. When I was erasing stuff, I accidentally got rid of... There's probably some, like, some of this copper had some next to it or something. Or like when I was breaking some of this up here. I think the defense is actually fine. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on plastanium. One of my reasons for that is because I can get higher tiered stuff like... well, ripples don't cost it, I guess. Well, I can get plastanium ammo, though. Yeah, blast compound's not too hard. I can use these guys. I do need... No, I don't. Okay, maybe I don't need plastanium at all for this map. I can make ripples, and that would be awesome. So let's just do blast compound. So this is a fun design that I made where what it does is it requires a little bit of... So you need spores is the only thing you add. So you have whatever this is, coal, lead, and sand to make pyrrhotite. And then pyrrhotite goes into a blast mixer. The only other thing you need is spores. So I have just the right amount of water for all this. So what it is each one of these cultivators costs 1.5 water extractors to get them running. So like you look here, here's the spread where it's totally even. And then meanwhile these blast mixers take 1.5 cultivators. Or maybe it's like a little bit more than that, but regardless, this basically keeps them moving constantly. So there's one right here. So this one goes to both of these in the middle. This one goes only to this. So this one requires 1.5 water extractors. Meanwhile, there's one water extractor touching this one water extractor touching that one. This one is touching all three of these. I guess it doesn't quite work out. Whatever. But anyways, it's pretty close. It's very efficient. So it's nice. Ah, so close. So I think it's even 2 sand. Yeah, 2 sand. So check this out. So if I have 2... What is that explosion? Okay, it's just the fact that those guys are blowing up, whatever. What I can do here is I can do like way far back. I think it's coal. Yeah, coal is the middle one. That's the one you want to have going through the straight middle. So these other sides are going to be these other 2 resources. Boom. So there's all the sand. Oops. Lead, meanwhile, like we don't need any more lead up here, so I can go ahead and throw it into one of these. Alright, and then the last one is coal. Now, so coal, how to get it over here? I haven't, like, emphasized my coal production, like, hardly at all. This is a lot of power. I don't know that it matters anymore, though. Like, how much silicone and... say I have 1,000 something, and then I actually don't have a lot of graphite. I'm surprised. I guess, well, do I need to increase my graphite production? Okay, well, maybe this isn't good enough anymore. I have power. Alright, so this will make tons and tons of graphite now. Alright, and you know, the thing about this is, too, if I have graphite, I can make power, so it's kind of whatever. Also, I can totally, like, increase a lot of these things. Like, this is my very starting coal that was terrible. So I can do things like add water to it, and it would make it a lot better. So it generates a lot more. So like all this, for example, like I don't even need all this here. I could overflow this over there. Just keep it moving. Wow. Well, once it's unplugged, though. Looks like it's about to stop being plugged. Still, though. Okay, so it's doing all that. Whenever this overflows, it sends it over this way, too. This sends it to power. Alright, well, anyway. I need to, do I need extra power? Maybe I just don't even need power at all. Maybe I could just send all this... How much does this generate, though? A lot. I know this is a big percentage. I have 2,000 power otherwise. I wish you could see, like, what your current deficit of power was. You know, like it says, you're currently using whatever, 2,000 or something. I don't know. So if I disconnect these, if I go like this, boom, and boom. What is my current power at? 1,000. What does this say? 1,600? That's it? It's only making 1,600? This makes 1,000 by itself. So yeah, let's blow this up. This is more efficient, that's great, but I want to use all my coal to generate stuff. Because I can just make more of these, it doesn't matter. One note about this, if you're going to do something like this, is Like, notice how I flipped it around so that these are touching. The problem is if I make these other water extractors touching this, then these steam will take it from these water extractors, which takes it away from the cultivators, which means that it's not generating spores, which means it's not making coal, which anyway, it screws it all up. So you have to make sure that you don't have any steam generators take it from other water extractors that aren't related to it. So that's firing up, and it'll make another 1,000 power. Boom. So I went from 1,000 power to 2,000 power. Boom. Okay, so we're good now. Let's go ahead and I guess what I'll do is I'll just go like this, even. Just because I have it already routing it all the way over here. Let's just go ahead and make another one of these. I actually don't know how much graphite I have though. Tech tree. 500, it's fine. Great, I can afford it. It's kind of fun, like, every time you add this, you add 1,000 power. It's just a nice, easy number to remember, so you're just like, yeah, my power's good. You know, so you just kind of assess. You're like, well, I think I need another couple thousand power or whatever, and it's real easy. Like, it's not complicated to, like, try and calculate it at all. Go ahead and make more. It seems like it's fine. Actually, my lead input, it seems like totally okay. I was really worried about it. I thought I was going to need to make more lead. It looks like it's fine. My sand is actually, well, it's running out because it's got to fill all this up first. Okay, so now I'm going to have glass compound. And now what I can do with that is I can either supplement my defense or whatever. I'm actually not worried about it at all. In fact, like, check this out. Defense is even better. Like, what are you going to do about that? Boom. Oh, you know, I don't think the power is even reaching over here. Oh, wow. None of these were even powered this whole time. It was just these guys because of this little guy right here. Boom. So what we can do is make this go really far back here. And then make this, like, right here. Bam. There we go. Okay. Only half my defense was powered this entire time. Well, you know, that would affect it. So I can, like, put some menders here or something like that, but it'd make more sense just to do a drone along here. Anyways, check this out. Now I have all this blast compound, right? So I can just do something like this. Take this and go. Okay, what we can do here is let's, so there's a bunch of hails over here, right? So what we can do is we can just see what the range is on them. And let's just build like a little bit past. So we're just putting that there temporarily to mark it. So they can reach, in fact, we can even do like this. Boom. So let those go do their thing. And then what I can do is I think I'm going to go ahead and route power up here. And I'll make an alpha mech pad up here. I know it's kind of like a long distance to go. The power lines themselves don't cost anything, basically. They're essentially free. It's a lot of dudes. Oh, they aren't. They're going to the right side. That's bad. I do not understand what just happened. Like, why they decided to do that. I can only do this so far. Actually, because on this... Well, never mind. This is scatter attacks there. Never mind. I'm fine. Okay, great. Everything's great here. Although, okay, they're just... Yeah, they're spawning on the right side now. Alright, so hopefully this will keep it alive for a little while. And in fact, I might even just... I don't know that I even need these, but just in case. What we can do is do this too. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know, just to fill in the gaps. Shouldn't have to do that. But yeah, these should supposedly keep us alive. We'll see. I might have to replace this with titanium walls. We'll see. I'm trying to just blow all this stuff over for here. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay. These hails, I really want these guys to attack. Oh, they can't even reach. That's why. Actually, can I attack these? Because they only attack ground, and I'm an air unit. Okay. In fact, I can, yeah, once again. So they're attacking copper, like whatever. So now we'll move these forward. Now, hails attack ground, but if I put these, like, pretty far forward, like, even, like, honestly, like, way over here. I guess there's no reason for me not to be this from now on, for at least a little while anyways. Well, I guess I'll alternate between air and ground, though. So these attack only ground, too. They don't attack air at all. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. But fun thing about this, so, like, now, I can just run forward, but I can do something like I can kill this scatter. Those hails are gonna kill me. Great. I totally ran right into their army. What if I just brought power over here? Again, they're not gonna attack ground. And I can just erase this later. Those hails are a problem. The other thing to know about these two, if I can break their supply chain, easier to fly and do that. This is working good. I mean, I'm blowing all this up. Now, I'm still only killing defenses. I'm not... Ooh, that guy's a problem. This guy's really, really strong. Glad I saw him. One of the problems with him is that his attack range is insane. He attacks further than my defense. Look at my resources. My resources are great here. So if I just... Like now... What hails are over here, though? Oh, can I not build? Like, close to their defense, I guess? I don't even need all this stuff over here in the top left at all. And I can just keep circling around these guys until they run out of ammo. Use up all your ammo. Ah. Regular dart. There's no health at all. Probably, honestly, just more, like, for example, like, what if I just did like this? Just build a whole bunch of these all over the place. And just see what sticks. Because if they don't attack, like when these guys run out of ammo, or even just like right now. If I connect that at all to the grid, boom, dead instantly. It's so stupid looking, but here we go, dead. These guys attack air. Let's make it close enough. Because this just costs copper and lead. Like, who cares? Copper and lead is free. But if I can get power to these, build all these things and give... Ah, of course the army comes through here now. Yeah. Well, it's still a good thought, though. I think that's still a good plan. Well, then again, I mean, I can just attack it myself now. There's no anti-air here. If I can get rid... In fact, if I just get rid of that distributor, they'll eventually run out of ammo pretty good. We need to start going to something like this. Because... Oh, I can't build in there at all. Right. Well, anyway. Where are they coming from, exactly? Right here? No, it's their power. Silicones. Break the silicone line. There we go. Boom. So, these guys are made with silicone. This is what this was doing before. It was making dagger mechs. So if I can break their silicone line, then that should help a lot with that. So, what do we got here? Break the graphite? Boom. Break all their lead. Go into their base. I don't think this costs anything for me to die. Ghoul Bomber Factory, Dagger Mech, Crawler, Titan. Silicone sounds like a better plan. So what we can do is you can even do like this. And then go unloader. Silicone. Now one other thing I need though, is I do need a command center. Okay, so let's make a command center like way up here. Let's make it like here. So I didn't actually mean for those guys to go there yet. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them all gathered up here. So, provide power for the command center. Tell them to rally. No, rally. Boom. So what's going to happen is all of my mechs are going to head over here. So I'm going to let them just gather up over time. Now this is taking a lot of silicone to do this. I'm not actually sure on how long this will take. 2 units piece. I need more power, I think. There we go. Okay, so these are going to be making stuff all the time. I have lots and lots of silicone at this point. Yeah, 7K. So it doesn't really matter too much. So this takes 12 silicone a piece, but they each can have up to 4. So I'm not even sure how many this is. A lot. Now, other mechs. I'm kind of thinking it might be good to do crawlers, although it requires lots of coal. Now, I do actually have, like, stupid amounts of coal up here. So, you know, just why not? Let's just go like this. In fact, we can just go like this. And then, go like this. Boom, 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 boom. I don't actually know how good these are. I'm envisioning, Banelings from StarCraft. Banelings are suicidal units that are just like, kaboom! Blow everything up. They're pretty nasty. They blow things up instantaneously, so I don't know actually how good these are. These look like the little explodey guys that die instantaneously. That they send. So they usually have blinking red lights on them when they send them. These only have 1 apiece? Oh, 6. Wow. I can have up to 6 per each one of these? Dude, I'm gonna have so many of these. I feel like I should have some air units too, just because I can. Let's look through here. Ghoul Bomber Factory. Silicone and titanium. Heavy carpet bombers. That sounds like a nice thing to have. Titanium and silicone. So what I'm doing is I'm unloading 1 resource from each, so this fills it up, and then when it's full, it tries to, well, not necessarily. It's basically always unloading all the time, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. But it's just easy. Like, this is not optimized for space at all, but now what is happening is they're constantly unloading titanium and silicone from one. And one thing that's kind of cool about this is because these are conveyors, you can walk over them too, so even if I was a ground unit, they're just gonna steadily walk over it. Retreat? What are you doing? The guys are just attacking stuff. I don't want them to die. Oh, these are bad guys. Right, I don't have anti-air over here. Come here. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Wow, really? All the airs come over here? Boo. See, now all the air is priority. Maybe they attack the closest buildings? Dude, I actually don't have any anti-air at all over here. This might be bad. I might have just lost a whole bunch of stuff. You know what? Let's just tell them to attack. Meanwhile, I will remake some of these. Those bomber mechs seem pretty good, actually. They're just like bang, 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 bang. I mean, that's a huge waste of resources, but they're blowing through them pretty good. Dude, they're just sending all their air. Yeah, they're sending all their air to the left every single time. I wasn't thinking that I needed... I don't know. I thought... Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I thought. I was wrong. Let's go ahead and just make some more defenses over here. Of course, now they're going to just blow this up instantaneously. Attack. I'll turn it into an alpha. And follow with them. So here's the thing. My mechs are more of like a distraction, kind of, and then I can run in there and focus fire down the really nasty things. Let's reconnect that real quick. As long as I'm traveling through here. Okay. Let's go. Destroy these hails. No. I don't know if this is the best place to do it. I do think actually doing it like up here is kind of smart, because then I don't have to deal with their army. This is probably good. Just let them get distracted. As long as I'm farther away than my other dudes, they're not going to attack me, so I can kill the hails. And then boom. Instantly, like, able to take them out. I actually don't have ammo lines anyways anymore. So I guess they're just dead. You know, maybe I should just abandon. I was doing this because of the range, but what if I almost wonder, I just have to kill their core, right? So maybe I can even just kill it myself from here. Well, you know, let's just go for one final wave. Let's wait until after their guys walk past, and I'll go for one more wave, and it's over. I guess I really should be attacking the air with this guy, the alpha. He attacks really hard. Okay, let's go send these guys. Quick, quick, quick. 38 seconds. I feel like the timing's always going to be weird, though. I almost need to send these guys sooner. Or, like, what I should do, maybe. This would probably be smarter. Anyways, it's done now. Oh, Scatter's going to attack these guys? Oh, there's maybe a couple air units in the middle of all that. Oh, yeah, great. The explodey dudes killed him. All right, sweet. That was rough, but did manage to do it. All right, so that was a little bit more rough than I expected. You know, I played this with some friends, and they were doing all the offense stuff, and I was working on resources, so I was making the silicone, and I was getting all the coal and making power and stuff. That's what I was doing, and they were attacking. One of them in particular, like one of them was focusing on defense, one of them was doing offense, so he was doing the command centers and the mechs, and he was switching to an alpha mech pad and stuff. And then, so he was attacking the whole time, and alternating switching between ground and air. He was talking about it, but I hadn't actually experienced it myself. So I was surprised that there was like an area that you couldn't build in. I didn't expect that. I was all looking forward to being able to, like, I was trying to make this supply chain of power and then put it in their base and then just build a whole bunch of lancers all around their core was my big plan. I was like, yeah, it'll be great. Like, distract the towers enough that I could just build these things would be great. I'm thinking now in hindsight, now that I've played this, like, I feel like what would have been smarter is if instead I had unloaded titanium and silicone from the base, from the core, and then just taking it over here to the left side, just like I did with the blast compound, but taking titanium and silicone and built my mechs up here, because I was building them next to my base, and they were like going through the defense to get over here, so their army was attacking them sometimes. Part of the reason why that's cool is because then I could make a command center like up here, for example, and then attack them from behind. I don't have to go through all their defenses. As long as I break up one thing at the top or whatever, that would be all I need, and my entire army and me can just come from behind, and it would be super awesome. And I don't have to worry about all their guys at all, because I can just let them all go to my defense, which is what I want. I want my towers to focus on that, because the problem is where they were was, like, if I mean, I guess I could have made a command center up here, and they would have gone up here first, and then send them forward, but then it's still, like, all the new ones that are appearing are going through my defense all the time. Anyways, yeah, constructing them down here was bad. So I should have just blown those up and then, like, rebuilt them up here. So that's something in hindsight that I realized would have been better. Another thing I just realized, like, something that would have been really cool is I should have, since I had this whole chain of power nodes, I should have built repair points. These heal a single mech really fast. So if I build a whole bunch of those, and then it just takes a lot of power. What does it even say? It takes 60 power per second. But anyways, it heals a lot of guys really fast. So if I had built forward these as far as I could into that area, like if I had, I think it was Titans? I'm not sure which one it was. Crawlers were the blow-up guys. Pretty sure it was Titans. Anyways, whatever the... Probably, that's the smaller ground unit. Anyways, these are tanky units. So if I had built a bunch of those, so they have a lot of health, and then I have repair points healing them, and then I have some other guys behind them, or just more of these crawlers. Like, honestly, there's the other thing, too. If I just let crawlers, if I built a whole ton of crawler factories, like 50 of them, and just send coal to it for a while, and then just come back and then release them, I could just win that way. You know, like, who cares? It doesn't matter if they get attacked. Sort of the sad thing about that is hails do splash damage, so the hails would blow them up, but they kill everything so fast that, I don't know, might be kind of good. It's just coal, who cares? And here's another thought, too. I could make spores and put them into a coal centrifuge or whatever. Yeah, they're, whatever that is. You do a water extractor. It's probably easier to look out here, just because I'm used to finding it this way. Build a water extractor, and then that goes into a cultivator, which makes spores. Spores go into a spore press to make oil, and then that goes into a coal centrifuge to make coal, and then have that next to crawler factories. It would just cost power, so it cost a pretty hefty amount of power. But I could have done that up there. I could have made, like, here's the thing to realize. Like, this gives me one of these, maybe even two of them. Maybe it's two of them. Two of them gives you a full titanium conveyor of coal. So if I had done like 2 or 3 of those, which costs, you know, say it costs 700 power, I could have done that like 5 or 6 times. So if I had like 4 or 5 conveyors full of coal, titanium conveyors full of coal, that's a lot of coal, man. I could make crawlers forever. I could have had this, like a screen like this wide filled up with crawler factories, and then each one of them would make 5 of them or whatever it was, or 4 or 5 or 6, whatever it was. And I'd have so many of them. I'd have hundreds of crawlers, and then just be like, kaboosh! Like a whole screen worth of crawlers would be amazing. Anyways, that would have been cool. I could have, if I had just stalled a little longer and sent giant waves of guys on this entire left side full of crawlers with coal, I probably could have blown them up really fast. Anyways, we'll see what happens next time. That's the end of that mission. That was kind of fun. I feel like I took a little bit too long. I know this mission especially, you have to end it. You have to either defend really hard, or you have to take them out as soon as possible. When my friends and I played this one, we rushed like crazy. Anyways, that's the end of this map. I'll do Fungal Pass next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.